It has been amazing to me watching this administration blaming Vladimir Putin for the energy price crisis that is impacting every American family, people having to make decisions between refueling their car or paying their grocery bills. It has been amazing to me watching this administration, again, blame Vladimir Putin whenever the reality is well before the war in Ukraine, we saw one of the largest price spikes in gasoline costs that we've ever seen in our lifetime, only to continue. We then saw the administration try and deflect blame and say, it's because of price gouging of the oil and gas companies. It's their fault, it's price gouging. But what the facts reveal is something very, very different. As you well know, it takes years to go from a lease sale when lands are made available for energy production onshore to go to production. It takes a decade for the offshore. And what is this administration doing? Absolutely nothing. This administration's energy strategy is no to everything. It's no to oil and gas, but you know what else? It's no to solar, it's no to wind, it's no to geothermal, it's no to everything. Because there's no plan, there's no strategy in place. There's nothing. You've shut down, speaking for my friend Mr. Stauber, you've shut down the Twin Metals mine. You can't have renewable energy production without the resources. You can't have it. This administration is solely responsible for the prices and the energy crisis that we're experiencing today. Solely responsible. This administration, what do you do to lower prices? You raise royalty rates 50%? I mean, who looks at this and say, oh yeah, I've got a great idea. I have never seen more inexperience and just doubling down on stupid strategies on energy in my entire life. Only last night to have the announcement that the area where 18% of the oil for the United States is generated, 18%, the Gulf of Mexico, and shut down the Cook Inlet lease sale offshore Alaska as well. To say that we're not going to do a lease sale. Let me say it again. The only president in modern history to say that we're not going to have a lease sale. We're not going to offer any new energy. Let's be crystal clear why there's an energy crisis. It's because of this administration. The Secretary of Energy just last week or week before said they haven't found price gouging. She said it. This administration's own officials. Look, you're a nice guy. I enjoyed working with you, and I know this isn't your fault. I know that you are sent here as a sacrificial lamb, crystal clear to all of us. But I'll tell you what, you've got 1 in every 5 Americans right now that can't afford to even cover their electricity bill. Like I said, that are having to make false choices between whether they're going to buy groceries for their family or they're going to fill their car so they can drive to work. This is absolutely disgusting. It is absolutely unforced errors, self-imposed impacts on the U.S. economy. And it's not limited to just energy, because energy is one of the most pervasive things. It is the primary driver of what we're seeing right now with inflation, with the supply chain problems, and probably contributing to worker shortage as well, because people can't afford to get to work. This administration can no longer have no to everything as an energy policy. I remind you, as I did last time, you can sit here and say, oh, we're doing all this for climate change. You know what? During the Trump administration, emissions went down an average of 2.5% a year. During the Biden administration, they've gone up 6.3%. You can talk about production levels, and I'm well aware, and as I stated at the beginning, sorry for taking your talking points. Yes, production's gone up, but because of the lead time, everything that's happening in regard to domestic energy production is because of what the Trump administration did. Under your administration, under the Biden administration, we've seen a significant drop in the approval of production. We've seen a significant drop in the approval of APDs. And as a matter of fact, just to put another finer point on it, if you look at bonus bids, which as you know is the auction bid that is provided at the beginning of a lease sale, the immediate payment that's made in the auction, do you know that those have gone down more than they're right now under this administration, they're less than 1/10 the revenue that was generated under the previous administration. Less than 1/10, despite the fact that energy prices are at record levels. That gives you some indication of how flawed these energy policies are. And for my home state, that's hurricane protection funding, coastal restoration funding, preventing additional disasters in FEMA funds. No is not an energy policy. This administration is solely responsible for the disasters we're experiencing now. And I urge you to take that message back. Don't sink with this ship.